Doug.
Here we have the Limu Emu in its natural habitat, helping people customize their car insurance and save hundreds with Liberty Mutual. Fascinating. It's accompanied by his natural ally, Doug.
Limu, is that guy with the binoculars watching us?
Cut the camera. They see us.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Savings vary. Underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. Excludes Massachusetts.
From the Kiss 92.5 studios in Toronto, Canada.
Ladies and gentlemen.
This is Roz and Mocha.
It's Roz and Mocha. What's going on?
Hey guys, this is Bruno Mars.
This is Selena Gomez.
The Chainsmokers.
Lady Gaga.
Calvin Harris.
Celestia Cara.
This is Ed Sheeran.
You're listening to my boys Roz and Mocha.
Roz and Mocha.
My boys Roz and Mocha.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
Roz. Mocha. Roz. Mocha. You guys are so funny, man.
Congratulations, Lisa! Wow! You just won $1,000.
That is amazing. Y'all just made my entire morning. Keep it up.
You guys are awesome, man. This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast. Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is...
Got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
Hi, Dominic. It's your boyfriend's Roz and Mocha.
Hi, good morning.
Dominic, why are you on FML today?
Okay, so how do you get your self-conscious husband to finally join you at the gym?
You talking about your husband, Dominic?
Yes, I am.
Okay, not somebody's husband, your husband. All right.
Myself,
okay.
yeah.
Dominic Euro says, hey, Roz and Mocha, Fix My Life. I'm looking for some advice on encouraging my husband to join me at the gym. We've had a membership since 2022, and while he's been a great boost for my mental health, I believe it could really benefit him too, especially for his overall well-being. I know he's interested, but might be a bit self-conscious about his appearance. He's only been with me twice so far. Any tips on how I can support and motivate him to come along with me more often would be wonderful.
What do you think he's self-conscious about, specifically?
Just a few other things. I think because when you used to be a specific size, you would go more frequently. I'll put it at that. And I hate to see him go through it, but at the same time, I know he's able to do it. Mm-hmm. And I've been motivating him, but I love him to death, and I want him to be with me for a long time, as much as possible.
That's really nice.
So is he just like self-conscious about the way he looks, or is he dealing with something medical that is giving him discomfort and pain?
He is dealing with a few other things, but it's not going to stop him from doing physical activity. So he's self-conscious about his appearance. Yes,
and I'm guessing that in gay world, you know, when you show up at the gym, it looks like people don't need to actually even be at the gym. You know what I mean? Like everybody's ripped, you know, right?
I would like to say that, but not in my case.
Not in your job. Okay. Which is great. And I think that to sort of put this into perspective, I think that a lot of people, you know, straight couples even and women going on girls' trips and whatever, I think that they get that same thing in their head where, you know, they think about going on vacation and they're like, oh my God, there's no way I am wearing a two-piece at this resort in Mexico. I'm going to feel so gross and everything. And you know what? When you get there, you probably got a better body than 90% of the people there.
Sure.
Right? That's just the reality of it, okay? And I think that with your husband and going to the gym, I don't know if you can frame it as you want him to live a long time and you guys want to be together forever. I don't know if that's the right motivation for him. I don't know if telling him, hey, listen, everybody looks like you, because that's really not helpful at all.
No, that's super.
I think that with somebody, you know, like this, I think you got to get them out of their own head. And the only way for that to happen is I don't think you should make it all about him. I think that you should continue down the road of it being about the two of you. That this is not something he's doing. This is something you're doing together.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Is he dealing with some sort of depression or anything like that?
I want to say yes, because I check in on him. He's doing okay. Yeah. It's hard to read. You know, when you say, how are you feeling? I'm good. Yeah. That's a lie.
It is.
Tell me the truth.
He just doesn't want to talk about it.
Maybe the gym isn't the first step.
Mm-hmm. Why don't you guys kind of like take baby steps, right? Instead of going to the gym together, why not suggest, hey, after dinner, let's go for a walk. Let's go for like 20 minutes around the block, around the neighborhood, wherever, right? And start off that way. And then you guys could like talk. Maybe he'll open up. Maybe you guys could connect a little bit more. And then when the fitness stuff does come up, maybe he just goes by himself for a little while. Let him get into the routine, get used to it before the two of you kind of jump into doing that activity together.
Yes.
And then maybe get him to do something physical that's not about him, but about, something else. I don't know what that looks like, but if there's any way that you guys could figure out, how to help somebody to do some good that is something sort of physical, then it gets him doing that as well, where it's not about transforming his body or trying to get back to some way that he feels maybe I'm never going to get that body back, or I'm never going to, have you look at him the way that you used to look at him, because I think that that's probably a big part of it too, right? Is that, he worries that he's not attractive to you.
No, I share it with him every day. I'm like, you are so handsome. And, I'm like, it's just a matter of, I think it's a bit of appearance, but also the conversation about having him go for a walk with me, that was the conversation we had 20 times already.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
But it's just, he doesn't want, I believe he's like a homebody now. Yeah. And it's tough. It's like a hermit crab where you just want him to get out.
So there has to be a reason for that, though. Okay, and when somebody sort of, I'm not going to say give up, right? But you know what I mean when I say
isolate,
that.
Really.
Yeah, and it is, and I think that maybe the gym is far down the road. I think that what you need him to work out on is getting out of his own head. And I don't think the gym is the way to do that.
Maybe
I think that's too big of a step.
Yeah, maybe you just have to sit down and have a conversation with him.
Or have him talk to somebody else.
Couple therapy?
I would do him alone. I would do him alone for a little while.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because maybe there's some things that he really wants to say to you that he can't. Maybe he's absolutely worried that he's going to lose you. And this has put him in this perpetual state of, that he is failing everything. He's failing himself. He's failing you. And then there goes the motivation.
Never the case for me, but I heard you saying that to one of the FMLs, and it hit home. I think he just needs a win.
He does.
A win to get him out of that dark space.
Does that help, Dominic?
Yes, it does. And thank you so much. You guys have been phenomenal with the FMLs. I listen to it. I listen to your show. I consider a flaming Romo and a homo at the same time. Okay. But it's just the fact that your advice, this is how... I'm sorry, Mocha, but Roz is my favorite.
Well, but it's just I didn't ask, bro.
I know, but from a Libra to a Libra, and happy 50th, Roz, and it's just a matter of, you give, just the most balanced advice, and I appreciate what you guys do for the show every single morning.
No, you're great. Thank you so much, Dominic.
Love you, Dominic. Hey, are you cool if in the next few months, if we check back in with you to see how everything's going?
Absolutely.
Is that all right?
Absolutely.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
You're wonderful. Thank you, Dominic.
Thank you.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life
on Kiss.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is...
Got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
Olivia, hello. It's so great to have you here on the Roz and Mocha Show.
Hi, guys. How are you?
Good. Welcome to FML. Why don't you let everyone listening right now know exactly why you're here?
Well, how do you know when it's time to let go of your family or keep fighting for the relationship?
Oh, damn. Olivia, let me just read you what you wrote us here. Olivia wrote us this. Hey, Roz and Mocha, fix my life. I have a difficult sister-in-law. We had a falling out years ago over an argument that was my fault. I've apologized multiple times, but she still doesn't believe my apologies are sincere enough. Since then, she's taken it out on my side of the family. She's completely influenced my brother. He no longer comes around and has essentially given all of us the cold shoulder. They have a child, but they've built a huge wall between us. Should we let this relationship go or keep trying for my brother's sake? They also owe us money, though it doesn't seem like we're ever going to see it again. Not sure if that should be a factor. What was the thing that was your fault?
It was just a comment that I made years ago, over 5 years ago.
About?
Just family issues.
About her family?
Yeah.
parent? Are we talking like direct family, like parents or siblings?
Did you say this when you said that you made a comment and it was your fault? Did you say this? Was it something that you were wrong about, or did you say something to deliberately hurt somebody?
No, I didn't do it on purpose, but it kind of just came out, and I did apologize like immediately, and she kind of just held a grudge from then.
Yeah.
Did you say it directly to her, or you said it to someone else and it made it back to her?
No, I said it straight to her.
So now your sister-in-law, who is your brother's wife, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so now your brother's taken his wife's side, and he's kind of like not coming around and not really talking to you at all, right?
Yeah.
And how's the rest of the family? Like, how are your mom and dad and stuff like that?
Unfortunately, they're getting the cold shoulder as well, and it's now...
Like they're getting the cold shoulder from your brother and your sister-in-law?
Correct.
Okay.
Have you had a conversation just one-on-one with your brother?
We have, but I'm always the one that comes out as the bad person because I'm not afraid to hold back on what I think is wrong. And if somebody's hurting feelings, it needs to be said.
Sure, but maybe you should stop picking out all the things that are wrong with people because you're the reason this whole thing happened in the first place.
Yeah, I understand. But this was over 5 years ago. I think as grown-ups, it should have been let go already, mostly when it's been spoken about multiple times.
So, okay, so you said something, you apologize for it. They don't think your apology is sincere. And then you just said that every time you talk to your brother, you wind up going off on them and pointing out all the things that are wrong, right?
Basically.
Okay, so whether or not you apologize, what they're seeing from you is that you're still the same. You still feel the same. Sure, you might have apologized for that one thing, but every time they talk to you, it's no picnic for them. They don't feel good about themselves after they talk to you.
Right.
Like
you may not be saying the exact same thing,
like
but you're still going in on them,
like
or telling them that they're wrong or whatever.
In their mind, you apologize for one thing, but it's more than one thing for them. It's every time they talk to you.
Well, it's not every time. It's just that ever since that happened, their behavior, well, it's mostly hers. And I think just to please her, he's kind of tagged along now.
But do you say anything anytime they do come around? Is there still conflict?
Well, there's nothing to say because they don't come around at all.
Okay, listen, Olivia, you just said that the times that you have talked to your brother doesn't go well.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all we're talking about.
That's what we're asking. So the times that you do get together,
I think it's just over the phone even.
And something comes up, or even over the phone, and something comes up, you still say your piece. It doesn't have to be about that one thing to your sister-in-law. It could be about something else, or about the fact that you guys don't talk anymore and whose fault it is or whatever. Do you still say your piece?
No, because at this point, no. I've pretty much stayed quiet at this point.
Okay, but I think you've done enough talking, is what it sounds like to me. It sounds like that you don't have a healthy way of communicating with people, and your brother is taking his wife's side because that's the mother of his kid and the woman he wants to spend the rest of his life with. And when they talk to you or when you're around, they don't feel good about themselves. And yeah, you apologize, but they don't think it's sincere because the times that you have been on the phone with him or tried to reconcile, you just said yourself that you tell him all the things that are wrong with his family. And to me, that's reasonable. Not wanting to talk to you.
Even though he's acting and they're acting the same way with the rest of the family.
Yeah, but you're acting the same way. Don't worry about the rest of the family. Like your parents can figure out their relationship with their son. You don't have to fight that battle. If you want a relationship with your brother, you got to figure it out.
Okay.
Right? And then your parents have to figure that out too. Like I don't know. Like maybe everybody hates the sister-in-law and she's, whatever. I don't know. I don't know what that deal is, but you can't fight. You can't rebuild everything. Like you can concentrate on your relationship with your brother and your parents can concentrate on their relationship with their son. And if everything works out, it works out. But it sounds like that there's just a lot of terrible conversations going on where nobody feels good about themselves at the end. And if that's the case, then why bother? Why am I around the holidays going to go around you where I'm just going to walk into the room and I'm going to leave the house at the end of the day and I'm going to be like, God, why did we even do that?
Okay.
So maybe it's worth a conversation just with your brother and see how, maybe get his opinion on things, see how you can fix that relationship before you move on with anything else.
Well, we did try that and it kind of just twisted the same way.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
Even though I didn't even speak.
Maybe then you just got to back off and leave it up to them to, feel comfortable when they they want to fix things.
Still do all the things, plan all the holidays, plan the birthdays, plan all this stuff. Always invite them. And if they show, they show. If they don't, they don't.
Okay.
That's
I guess
it.
You're right.
All right. Hope that helped, Olivia.
We appreciate it. Thank you.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is...
Got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
Abigail, it's Roz and Mocha. How's it going?
Good. How are you guys?
Good. What's got you so stressed out these days?
I don't know how to budget when birthdays and holidays all happen at the same time.
Oof. Abigail Euro says, hey, Roz and Mocha, fix my life. I have so many birthdays coming up next month. How do I budget for everything with both the birthdays and the holidays? In the last week of November, I have my nephew's first birthday and my dad's birthday. In December, it's my partner's birthday, my niece's 7th birthday, my nephew's 2nd birthday, my sister-in-law's birthday, and then Jesus's birthday. And then you got to buy Christmas presents for everybody. Any advice for budgeting for birthdays and the holidays? Do people expect you to sort of go all out?
I feel like for the nephews and the nieces, because it's their first birthdays or like because they're still kids, that's definitely one. But then it's also the other important people like my dad and my boyfriend that you can't skip out on that.
Oh, that is a run.
And then it's the double with Christmas because my nephew's birthday is on Boxing Day, so they also say don't put a Christmas present and birthday present in one gift because then that.
And how much are you spending approximately? Like you going all out?
I try to wait for Black Friday sales, like to see what I can do, but then it's also kind of hard. Like sometimes I'm going onwards of like $50 to $100 per person.
Yo, Costco girl.
I don't have a car.
I would say that the one thing that is helpful, if everybody in your family is reasonable, is to have the conversation with them ahead of time about expectations. I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. I think that if you sit people down and say, hey, listen, what this run from December till New Year's is like with our family. It's very expensive. In my heart, I'm going to do the best I can. But what we will do is the best we can. And I think that's fine. And I think having a conversation with your brothers and sisters or in-laws about, what the kids need and sort of like what fits into, your budget, I think that that's fine too, especially when kids are little. I always used to love that time of year when Rox was little and somebody would say, what does she need? Because what winds up happening is sometimes the kid is into one thing, right? And that one thing has a million other things that go with it. Right. So sometimes when you talk to the parents, they're like, yeah, my kid is really into this. And so why don't you get one of these things that go along with that thing? And it's not a budget breaker. So I think a lot of these problems and the anxiety comes from you fearing that the expectations are too high and you're going to underdeliver and disappoint. So I think a way to get that anxiety out of your life is just through conversations with the people who love you.
That's fair. I think that's true. It's just sometimes hard if I have to say something and then I show up empty-handed or like with a small hand, but
bring something small, and also
understanding about the situation.
But because the expectations are going to be there ahead of time, right? Like have these conversations ahead of time. And how old's your dad?
He's 79.
79, right? I mean, like I don't know what your dad's like, but if I'm 79,
he's a very simple man.
If I'm 79, all I want to do is just kick it with my kid,
See, my suggestion was going to be...
Go for lunch.
Yes, exactly. That's my suggestion, Abigail. For your dad and for your sister-in-law, it doesn't have to be on the birthday, but the birthday gift could be, hey, let me take you out for lunch. Or for your sister-in-law, we're going to go out for dinner.
Yeah.
And then that way you set a date, and then that date's coming up, and you can budget for that.
Yeah, a nice experience.
Yeah, something.
And even with your niece's 7-year-old 7th birthday, right? She's at that great age where there are things that you can do, experiences you could share together, whether it's going to a place, one of those video game places or a trampoline park. You know what I mean? Like you guys can do things like that. Go to the zoo, like create memories with your niece as opposed to buying her another thing that she's going to play with for the next year and then expect, or you put that expectation on yourself to buy her another thing next year?
And I think that's what I did last year, because I did the Le Petit Chef experience where they do that immersive like dinner where she gets to see the food in a cartoon way before it's served, which is really sweet.
Yeah.
So I think I gotta keep something like that.
Yeah, and again, these are all conversations that have ahead of time with your brothers and sisters, right? To say, hey, listen, budget is whatever. Are you cool if I do something with her for her birthday?
Mm-hmm.
And then set it up with them ahead of time, and then you can wrap it up, right? You just you wrap it up. You take pictures of the place you're going. Like, kids love that stuff.
That's true.
Like, I remember when my kid was just old enough, I think it was either my mom or my brother, they were like, because they had a conversation with me to see if I was cool with it, but they were like, she's just old enough and she's just big enough. Mm-hmm. Can we take her to that iFly place?
Oh my gosh.
Right?
The indoor skydiving spot?
When she was just old enough and just heavy enough.
Yeah.
And we brought her there with a friend, and oh my God, she had the time of her life, because little kids, when you put them in that thing, they go all the way to the top. Right? Like, she was a leaf, like bent backwards and went all the way to the top. So do stuff like that.
Okay.
Do stuff like that.
Well, that sounds great.
Yeah.
I feel like just like finding like what these experiences are. Like I would never have thought of that.
Abigail, hope that helped relieve some of the stress.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I hope so. Hopefully.
All right, girl.
Christmas
All the
and
best.
holidays won't be chaotic. I appreciate all the help. Thank you guys.
Appreciate you. Bye-bye.
Love you. Bye.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life
on Kiss.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is...
Got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
Veronica, hello. It's Roz and Mocha.
Hi, how are you?
Good. What's going on with you today? Why are you on FML?
So, I'm caught between Leafs loyalty and my mom's birthday, and I need help.
Oh, God. Veronica, you wrote us this. Hey, Roz and Mocha, Fix My Life. This weekend, I have to attend a Montreal Canadiens versus Boston Bruins game for my mom's birthday. She's a huge Hab fan. I'm a Leaf fan. Who do I cheer for?
You're going to Montreal?
Yep.
So, this is tough. This is tough for anybody. I've always said that if the Montreal Canadiens were playing Team Genocide with Stalin, Pol Pot, and Hitler as their top three forwards, I would cheer for Team Genocide. That's how much I hate the Montreal Canadiens, but also Boston Bruins.
I know.
As a Toronto fan, I don't think that you can do anything other than just sit in silence and maybe enjoy the company of your mother.
Yeah.
I don't think you need to cheer. I don't think you can cheer. Do you have a Leafs jersey, by the way?
I do.
I would wear that. I would plant a flag as soon as I walked into that building.
Yeah, let them know what's what.
Yeah, I really would.
Is your mom wearing like a Habs jersey or anything, or T-shirt?
Oh, yeah, she's got a Habs jersey. She's got Montreal Canadiens shoes. She's the whole ordeal.
Yeah, I would wear your Leafs jersey. And I would say this to somebody if they were an Oilers fan or if they were a Jets fan or anything else. You can't. You're such a traitor to your people when you're at an event and you start cheering for a team that is not your team, especially a rival of your team. It's just so terrible. It's such a bad look. And then all of a sudden, because that place gets crazy loud, right? Yeah. What I fear, Veronica, is that you're going to go in there and you're going to get swept up in the emotion by the Habs fans, and you're going to be like, oh, you know what? This ain't so bad.
No, you can't. Don't let them fool you.
Do that.
Don't let them fool you. Also, chances are, if you're at a Habs Bruins game and you're rocking a Leafs jersey, you'll probably be the only one there, and you'll probably end up on Sportsnet.
Yeah, that's true. You might get on television.
Well, if I do, it'll be because of you guys.
Also, if you're going to a Habs game, get there early, because the French just love to line up for everything. So everybody shows up early and they just line up.
For what? Just for stuff?
They will line up for everything.
Like the French, concession stand?
To get in.
Oh, to get in.
The French love a line. Okay. And so you're going to deal with a lot of that. But no, you can't. You have only one choice, and that choice is to throw on your Toronto Maple Leafs jersey and go and sit in silence and enjoy the company of your mom.
But
that's
that's the thing, though. The company of your mom, who you're celebrating her birthday. So maybe that should be more of your focus, making sure she's having a good time, asking her if she's having a good time, and watching her get the enjoyment from watching her favorite team, despite how we all feel about the Habs. You know, you put your focus on your mom because it's her special day.
Sounds good. Thanks, guys.
The only thing that you could do in that situation, right, is to not cheer for either team, right? Like no anticipation, no, oh, come on, nothing like that, right? However, the only thing in that situation that you could do is when Boston does score on Montreal, just look over to your mom and quietly go, ha ha.
Oh, no.
Right? Because
I certainly will be doing that.
Because you know how that feels.
For sure.
So I think that I think that that's the plan.
All right, I like it. Thank you, guys.
Easy enough. Thanks, Veronica. Have a great day.
You too.
And happy birthday to your mom.
I will tell her thanks.
Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Catch the guys live
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10
on Kiss 92.5.
KISS925.com.
Or download the Seeker app.